Howdy and how you doing, everyone? It's Mikey. I hope you guys can see me clear enough. Yeah, there's some light back there behind me in the window. Welcome, everyone. This is Mikey for Mikey's Who's For channel. And today, of course, is a Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's time for our weekly web series of reviews for the greatest American hero. And we've already done season 1, episode 1, and episode 2. So today is episode 3, which is called Here's Looking at You, Kid. If you recognize that from Casablanca as a, you know, phrase that was quoted there by Rick. So welcome, everyone. I'm glad that you're here today. And I know we'll probably get a few people eventually popping in, so no worries. As I said, this at least I do have the webcams that I can do. I do 2 a week. I do Mikey TV in conjunction with my wife on Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. And then on Wednesdays, of course, I do hear The Greatest American Hero. Now, we can't do any streams on the A Team or on Shazam or ISIS because my StreamYard hours ran out. But we also decided to take some time off because we do have our 8-year wedding anniversary coming up on Friday. So we're very excited about that. And we're going to enjoy some time off until next May. Now, with that going forward, we are doing a special live stream, open panel, open chat on Saturday, May 4th, next month at 12 noon uh, Eastern Time. So we're going to be on for about, well, the minimum we're looking at is 3, maybe 4 hours, at least 4. But we're going to be talking about Star Wars and everything there is to know about the movie. And if you've seen any of the 9 previous, well, I should say there is 12 because there's the 45-minute episodes that came a 2-hour DVD that Genndy Tartakovsky created, which fills in the space between episode 2 and episode 3. Then you have both the uh, Star Wars stories, which is Rogue One and Solo. And those were both supposed to fill the space between episode 3, which is the Return of the Sith, and then episode 4, which everybody knows is A New Hope, right? Star Wars: A New Hope. So, which is episode 4. So, all of that is going to come to fruition on Saturday, May 4th. So, I hope you guys are all going to be there for us. And like I said, we're going to start early, but we're going to end late. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, I hope you guys all come by and join the chat. And like I said, if you want to come for the illustrious panel, like I said, we can only fit 6 because of my situation, but maybe that will change in the future. I don't know. We'll try the best we can. In the meantime, we'll try to get some people to come up there. Just be patient and give us your stories about Star Wars. We'll talk about it and see what you guys think. That'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, that'll be May 4th. So we got that already planned out. But I won't post the link. I won't set it up yet until we get closer to the time. So say like May 1st, I'll go ahead and set it up for the 4th. But like I said, it'll be 12 noon Eastern time to begin on Saturday. It'll be 11 o'clock Central AM. It'll be 10 o'clock AM in the Mountain Time Zones, and in the Pacific, it'll be 9 a.m. So I hope you guys will come out and support us for that. Now, currently, currently, we did reach 150 subscribers, so thank you very much to everyone that supports this channel. We really appreciate it. We do have 152 currently subscribers, so we're very happy. We also have put out 117 videos. This, of course, will be 118. So, yeah, we're very excited. And we do have a lot of future plans coming around. A lot of future live streams now that that my wife has blessed me with a great computer, because now we can do these live streams. We can have people come up. We can have people tell us their thoughts and feelings about, certain movies and things like that. And if we can get it down to, what some of you others have been doing, like watch parties, we might try to start doing some watch parties of the movies we have here. So, you know, like I said, moving forward, we're trying to get this channel to build, we're trying to get it to go, and it's a continuing process. So we appreciate everyone that comes to help us out, guys and gals that you give your prayers, love, support. We do appreciate everything. Okay, let's get right to it then. Okay, so this week we're doing season 1, episode 3. Here's Looking at You, Kid. The basic plot is that a military aircraft with a top secret prototype. And of course, don't forget, I'm going right from IMDb. I usually do. But if you guys have any problems or any suggestions, or if you know of a correction that needs to be made, please let me know in the chat. That would be very appreciated. Anyway, like I said, with the top secret prototype targeting system is stolen, and Bill recruits Ralph to help him find the gun site, during which Ralph discovers a new superpower that he is unable to control. Meanwhile, Ralph's students press a classmate to run for class president, and Pam's mother and judgmental father fly in from Minnesota to meet Ralph. The director was Robert C. Thompson. Both Stephen J. Cannell and Juanita Bartlett wrote the episode. So it wasn't Frank Lupo this time. It was Cannell with Bartlett. And of course, you got William Katt as Ralph, Robert Culp as Bill, Maxwell, the FBI agent, and Connie Sellecca as Ralph's potential fiance, and then eventually became wife, Connie Sellecca. So, yeah. And we did have a couple of people out of the past, from past series, sci-fi series and so forth that came out. Now there's Red West. He plays Cliff. He was also, remember, Cliff was also in 18 later on. We had just talked about him. He's one of those actors that did a lot of westerns, did a lot of a few sci-fi things. He also did a couple of movies on TV. And he acted in a lot of series. And Red West was also one of the guys that was part of the Memphis Mafia, that was teamed with Elvis Presley in the day. He was one of the Mafia guys. So yeah, Red West has been everywhere. So he was in this episode. Then we also had Miss June Lockhart. June Lockhart, you guys might remember from Lost in Space, played Maureen Robinson, the wife of Professor Robinson in the series. And of course, she also redid her part. Well, not necessarily her part, but she actually reappeared in a cameo of herself in the reboot of the Lost in Space movie. So in this episode, she plays Alice Davidson, which is Connie's mom. And then Bob Hastings, who you've seen in, several things. He's been in Mayberry RFD, he's been in Andy Griffith, he's been in Batman, the series, with Adam West and Burt Ward. He's done all of these things. Bob Hastings. He was even in Beverly Hillbillies. So, he became Harry Davidson, Pam's dad. And then James Whitmore Jr. was Gordon McCready. He was the general. Now, one or two people that we got to point out, of course, we have, Faye Grant, and then we have Michael Pare. Now, remember, Michael Pare is Tony Villicana. And remember, he was in, Warriors movie. He's done other things on TV with, CSI and things like that. So he's been there. And let's see. Let's take a look here so we can. Okay. So Tony stands out. Tony stands out in this episode. But, Faye Grant eventually shows up as his girlfriend, and She, of course, was also in V, the series with the lizard people, and V, the final battle, and she's done other things too. So I guess I just pointed out the main people that were in there. And then Zito Kazan is consul general. He's been in a few foreign films. So that's pretty cool. So it was created by Stephen Cannell, and Juanita Bartlett wrote the episode, and Robert C. Thompson directed. Just so we give you a quick recap. Okay. Of course, the music is by Joey Scarborough, the main theme song, and then Stephen Geyer helps him out, and then also Pete Carpenter, with Mike Post and Pete Carpenter doing the music. So everybody's basically in place. We've already had 2 episodes, so now you're starting to get the players, the real role players coming into play. In life, Ralph, of course, is a teacher. He teaches the special needs kids, the kids that really want to do things, but, beyond the classroom. And he really is a great teacher and instructor. And I think he could be a life coach in a present day. If you asked him, if he was available, he'd do a life coach thing. He'd be really good at that. Okay, let's see. Let's see now. Let's go ahead and we'll give you the. Let's see here. Okay, so we got trivia. So we got here. Okay. Now this is where he changed it to Ralph Hanley from Hinckley in this episode. And the reason, of course, behind the switch of Ralph's last name was due to the assassination attempt on President Ronald Reagan by John Hinckley Jr. in March of 1981, after production on the first season began. That's right. Having already established why Ralph's last name was changed from Hinckley to Hanley in one scene, Pam's mother, looking forward to meeting her daughter's boyfriend, speaks his name several times outside of an airport. And every time she does, an airplane noise quickly thunders over the last name Hinckley, and without replacing it with Hanley. That's a good idea. As Ralph is explaining to Pam that he's going to have to go through the whole dining room to leave the restaurant, there's an exit sign above the door behind him. When Ralph enters the consulate, it is the same stairs and hallway as Bill, Pam, and Ralph were taken in the pilot. That's right. Pam's parents are from Deer Lake Falls, Minnesota. Several years before this was broadcast, there had been an episode on the Rockford Files titled The Mayor's Committee from Deer Lake Falls, but this one was in Michigan. This script was written by Juanita Bartlett, who was a producer on both shows. So she just slightly made a change to it. So I think that's kind of cute. Yeah. So they wanted to make sure that during the course of this first season, after what happened with President Reagan, they wanted to change it from the Hinckley last name to Hanley. And I believe they did. That was after the first season. I heard sometimes, because like I said, I just binge watched this whole, series. I know that sometimes they still use the Hinckley last name in it, but that was because the guy who was in charge of the FBI over Bill's character was a real moron, to Bill. I mean, he was a real idiot. And he would just use that name, throw it out there, say, well, who's this Hinckley guy? Or who's this Hanley guy? Things like that. He would just throw it out there because he didn't know why Bill was doing so well with these cases and doing it all by himself, when, of course, it was Ralph who was helping him out. So people had no idea that Ralph was around. Though there were a few times that they could have slipped and they would have found out, but they never did. So it was very cool. It was very cool. And they kept it off the books, which is kind of cool too. Or Bill somehow did. Okay. In the Goose, first of all, we have continuity. So in this episode, when Ralph flies around the desert looking for the plane, he crashes by the same pile of sand over and over again. I don't know why they did that. In a revealing mistake, there's an obvious stunt double when Ralph takes off flying in the desert. Yes, I saw that right away. Then there's the anachronisms. Sorry. The ultra-modern gun sight is installed in a vintage 1950s F-86 Sabre plane. Now, to properly test it, the platform should have been a current aircraft type, such as the F-14, the F-15, the F-16, or the F-18 Hornet. Yeah, that should have been. And then it says character error. As Ralph is explaining to Pam, he's going to have to go through the whole dining room to leave the restaurant. There's an exit sign. There's an exit sign right above him. Yeah, above the door behind him. That, like, duh, right? Okay. Huh. There are only 2 quotes from this episode. Villicana says, Chaffee for president. The guy's got charm. Vote for him or we break your arm. And of course, Harry Davidson, the father of Pam, says, that's not a campaign slogan, young man. That's a threat. And then Bill says, you ever hear of telekine or kinesis, however you say it, moving stuff around by using the old gray cells? I'll bet you a nickel you know how to do that. And then Ralph Hanley says, yeah, if I could, you'd have been in Pittsburgh a long time ago. He would have beamed him there, right? So, very cool. Now, they make 3 references. On one part of the episode, Ralph mentions the movie The Invisible Man and Claude Rains from 1933. Then, of course, Here's Looking at You, Kid is the reference, as I just said, to Casablanca that Rick, who was played by Humphrey Bogart, said in 1942. That was the title reference. And then in 1950, there's a movie called Harvey, and a police officer references this movie to Ralph. That's kind of cool. Okay. And then, of course, the only song, of course, is the Joey Scarberry one, Believe It or Not, the theme song. So that's the only song you hear in this. Now, in later episodes, there we go. So we're caught up. So in later episodes, you'll hear like different songs. They sound original, and in most cases they are. And those were written and sung by Stephen Geyer, which is Joey Scarberry's friend. And yeah, if when we get to further episodes, I'll refer to those songs, and they're original songs that they came up with together. That the 2 of them wrote. So, hey, Mikey Sues, not your rhythms. Not your rhythms. Okay. No, it's anachronisms. 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 Yeah. That just means that it's, a bit of a slip up. It's just kind of a, something that shouldn't be right, so they change something. Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, not yorisms. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this episode, like I said, was episode 3. It established Tony Villicana, played by Michael Pare. Later on, you'll get Faye Grant, his girlfriend, in the show. And by the second season, it was William Catt, Connie Selica, Robert Culp, Michael Pare, and Faye Grant. All their faces and names were posted in the opening credits of each episode. So that meant that those 5 were already established in the series. And then they put them up there. Oh, Lady V says, LOL, just having some wordplay fun. Aw. And then courtesy to Lemon Pie. Yeah, I don't see Lemon Pie in the chat yet, Miss Lady V. Yeah, I don't see him yet. But we talked to him last night, so. Anyway, let's see. What else have we got going on? Yeah, I don't see him either. Well, hopefully he'll come in. I don't expect him all the time, Lady V, to come in the chats and stuff. He usually, if he knows that I'm on, he'll usually come towards the end of the chat or towards about the middle to the end. But yeah, he's usually here, but not all the time. Sometimes he does have real life that interferes, and right, real life it takes precedent over over streams and stuff. So let's see now. Okay, I leave it for later when he reviews. Okay, cool. That'd be great. Thank you, honey. Okay, so as far as my plans go, uh, tonight will be episodes 5 and 6 of the X-Men '97 animated series. Disney Plus just recently rebooted it. That's supposed to start at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock p.m. Central on Raquel SSG 2211's channel. We'll be up there. I'll be there on the panel with her, a couple other people. We'll be reviewing episodes 5 and 6, which just came out for this series. So far, we like it. I mean, we've watched the first 4 episodes, and it seems like a good storyline, good plot, everything happening. The only thing missing, of course, is Professor Xavier, but Magneto's in charge. So, what does that tell you? Um, but I mean, it's a good series, and we should check it out. So, you guys should check it out if you get a chance. So, come to Raquel's channel tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Also, we have Fallout, which just started based on the video game series. They just had episode 1, and I think episode 2 is going to be coming out. So if I get a chance to review that with someone, I definitely will. Usually it's Admiral Teague that does that. So if you check out Admiral Teague's channel for any updates and where he's going to be doing a watch party for the next episode, that's where to go. So for Admiral Teague. Now, let's see here. What else we got? Does she have 2 different channels? Yes. Raquel also has her own gaming channel. She can tell you about that when you go to see her tonight. Yeah, she also has a gaming channel. She hasn't been running it very often because she's got her main one now. But she's, yes, she does have 2 channels. One a regular channel, one a gaming channel. Yes. And the Christian Carpenter is in the chat. Hello, CC. How you doing? He says, "Good afternoon, Lady V and Mikey. Good to see you today." Good to see you too, Christian. And hi, Christian from Lady V. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see you, Christian. Well, we just finished a review of season 1, episode 3 of Here's Looking at You, Kid, from The Greatest American Hero. I'll wait till you guys say a few things, and then I'll just go ahead and go into my grade and stars. So, okay, thanks. I was subbed one, but wasn't sure about the second one I saw. Yeah. So, Lady V, just go to her gaming channel. It's connected. It's connected to the one you subbed. So just go to the gaming channel that she has also listed in her inventory there at the top. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We might be able to get this in under 45 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So basically, I like the plot. Um, I think by this point, well, I have to actually say about middle of the season 1, there was only 14 episodes that came out in season 1, but I think through episode 7, when we get to that, I think Ralph is starting to realize that Bill Maxwell is a pain in the arse. And I mean, really, literally a pain in the butt. And he just says, you know what? Why are you doing this to me? You're taking away my life. I'm supposed to go meet Pam's parents because I want to marry Pam. And I got to meet them before so I can get approval. And all this stuff that he's got to do, find the plane part and everything else, and different country, and right. And then you find out it's the general himself who's the criminal trying to blow up and everything, and has taken it and stolen it somehow. It's really crazy, and I feel for Pam, not only because she's realizing that Oh, Jay sent an attachment. Okay. I'll get to it later. Thanks, Jay. Brother Jay was sending me an attachment from Facebook. Anyway, so like I said, basic plot is that because Ralph, or the basic premise is that Ralph is now starting to realize that maybe it wasn't a good idea to take the suit. Because initially he was fine with it, but he lost the instruction book. So now he's, like we said, he's got to learn on the fly, right? Until they come across the book again in the second season. When we get to that part, I'll let you know. Um, but it's just it's also the fact that he is still a teacher. He's trying to live a regular life with Pam because he's had Pam move in with him, and she is a fully established lawyer. So it's not like these two are going to suffer, right? They're both working great jobs, and they live together and they care about each other. But Bill Maxwell is the cog in the wheel, right? He's the one who's trying to disrupt everything, and it's really difficult for the parents and for Ralph and for Pam to get together so that they can talk about future plans. Like, do you want to marry my daughter? Yes, I do. And when do you want to get married? And and so forth. So I okay, Lady V is here. Some happiness. Thank you, Lady V. And it looks like hi Jay, hope you're well. Oh, she passed it along to him. Yeah, I hope he's all right. Sci-Fi Civ Dan's in the chat. Hi, Dan. Hello there, Mikey Sus 4. Hello there, Lady V Elements. Hello there, the Christian Carpenter. And Hayes to Sci-Fi Civ Dan. Cool. That's great, guys. You're all in our chat today. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So, like I said, I watched the episode. I was in, it was it was okay. I got back to, like I said, when I first found these episodes, I was so happy because I hadn't seen The Greatest American Hero in a very long time. So when I got a chance to look at them again, I got what was great is I got a fresh perspective. So I actually got to see a little bit more into it and find out what was Ralph's psyche. What was he really thinking? Because he could have just said anytime, hey, look, Bill, here, throw the suit at him. He goes, "That's it. I'm done. I'm out of here." But Ralph felt like he had an obligation. He felt like he had a responsibility. So he's starting to really establish himself in the suit, and he's realizing this is something I got to do. This is what the little green guys had for me and Bill to accomplish, was to defeat evil and bring them good about in the on the earth again. So yeah, I mean it's just a conflict between Ralph's personal life with Pam and his real life that he's really into now, being the hero guy in the suit. So, and as we said, he's an everyman. He's a teacher too. So he's got that to worry about, and then he's got to worry about Pam's job because Pam wants to advance, in her attorney job that she's doing. So it's a lot of things. This is a lot of chaos. Um, I think this is the tip of the iceberg, as they say in episode 3, with the fact that he's got to meet Pam's parents. So I thought that was pretty awkward, and I also thought it was kind of funny. Um, yeah, I didn't give it exactly a 4. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I did give it a pretty high grade. I gave it a B plus, only because there could have been a little bit done to alleviate the situation with the parents. I think he could have just seen them before he was supposed to go off on this mission, but it all flew together and it was all convoluted a little bit. So that's why I was just kind of like, okay, he's under stress. He knows he's got all this going on. He's trying to, juggle it, so to speak. It was just hard on him. So yeah, so 3.5 out of 5 stars in episode 3, and of course a B plus grade. Now there are some better episodes that are coming up this season. Believe it or not, there's a few. Did you see how I did that there? Believe it or not, it's just me. And then, and then in episode or season 2, there's a few also. Season 3 didn't have very many good episodes. They were okay. I mean, they were all right. I do think one of the episodes if I'm not mistaken, is where Pam and Ralph finally get married, and that's a really good episode there. So we'll get to that eventually. But right now, it's just kind of the characters and the actors and actresses feeling their way, through the show and trying to figure out where their loyalties are and everything. And it's tough, but they're getting through it. So, like I said, we only just begun. We're only on episode 3, season 1. So we'll get there. We'll get there together. All right, cool. All right, so everybody that's here in the chat, Lady V Elements, Christian Carpenter, Sci-Fi Sif Dan, and we heard from Brother Jay. So thank you, Brother Jay, for your note. I'll make sure I check on it. And Dan says, I'm planning on doing a 7th anniversary on YouTube live stream this Sunday at 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. Are you starting at 4 or 6, Dan? Let me know in the chat, because I believe you are 3 hours behind us. So either that is you're going to start at 7 o'clock Eastern p.m. on Sunday or 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Let me know, buddy, okay? Before we finish out today. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, like I said, here's Looking at You Kids, Season 1, Episode 3 of The Greatest American Hero, the next best series until we came to 18. So, also, after May 4th, when we do the Star Wars Day live stream, then on Monday, May 6th, everything will go back to normal. We'll have a Mikey TV, of course, on Monday. Tuesday, we'll have our A-Team review, hopefully with Jay there, so we can do the next episode. I have to find out which it is, because there's all sorts of, videos I've made. So I think I can go back to where we finished off. And then or stopped, not finished off, stopped, because there's 5 seasons, of A-Team. Then Wednesday, of course, back to my normal, the Greatest American Hero reviews here, webcam. And then on Thursday, we go to our live stream where we do Shazam and ISIS. And Jay gives his review and grade on the Shazam episodes, and then I give my review and grades on the Secrets of ISIS, the ISIS episodes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that next month. And then on Fridays, of course, don't forget, we always have our topic time live stream, open panel, open chat, which always starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. Remember, that won't happen for the next 2 weeks, because we have, I used up my streams, and I'm just going to take some time off with the wife, and we're going to have our anniversary on this coming Friday. And then, but when we come back, like I say, we'll go back into our normal topic times. The one that's the exception is, like I said, Saturday, May 4th. Instead of doing Friday, May 3rd, that we would normally do as the live stream, we're going to do it for Saturday because it's Star Wars Day. So we're only doing that one exception. But everything after that will be Friday nights. So please come by, support the channel. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe, and please share the channel with your friends and let them know we're out here, we exist, and we're doing well, and we're trying to get better, and we want you guys to come and support us. We really love that. And then, of course, don't forget, hit the notification, ding, 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 so that you guys know when the events come, and when the streams come, and when the webcams come. And then you guys can all have that information ahead of you and ready to go when you come by and visit us. Oh, wow. And the chat just exploded. Ah! No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So there is Lady V Elements. She posted the live SIF Day live this Sunday for SIF Dan. Thank you, Lady V. Okay. So Sci-Fi SIF Dan says it starts roughly at 4 p.m. his time. Okay. So it'll go basically 7 o'clock my time here in the East Coast. Very good. Okay. And we'll for at least 2 hours, depending on if I have company and things to talk about. We'll have a lot of things to talk about, buddy. Spicy Peach is in the chat. Hi, Spicy Peach. Good to see you. Dan says, thanks to Lady V Elements. You're welcome, Dan. Lady V is very good to help us out with that. Hello there, Spicy Peach. And the links are still clickable in replays, I think. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I always try, Lady V and chat, I always try to leave a live chat replay. So if that replay is still there, I don't know. It's up to YouTube. They make the final decision, but I have always check marked it. So if the live chat replay is there, Lady V, I believe you can also put the links in there. Maybe I don't know if you can do that though while the stream's not running or if the webcam's not running. I'm not sure. I would check on that. I would, or just post just put up as many links as you can in here so people can see them for later. And Spicy Bitch says, "Hey, you, Mikey Sif. How you doing, Spicy? Good to see you." Okay, so like I said, the future plans for us, at least on this channel, is after today. Next Monday will be Mikey Sue's. It'll be the Mikey Sue's TV episode 7. Last week we discussed about the solar eclipse we had, which was very cool. So we did that last week, and then this next week is going to be the topic: protesters across the world protesting about the invasion of Palestine by Israel. And we're going to talk about that just in brief detail. We're not going to go into a big whole thing about it, but we are going to let you know what's going on, and I'll try to give you some updates on information about it. So that'll be for Monday. That'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. And then, of course, again, next Wednesday, we'll do the same thing we did just now. We'll do the Greatest American Hero. We'll go right into Season 1, Episode 4, and we'll go ahead and talk about it, and we'll give our review. We'll go over trivia, goofs, connections, soundtrack, anything that's from IMDb, and then we'll go ahead and I'll give you guys my personal review and my own grade and how many stars, as I've done here. So that will be next Wednesday. Like I said, for the next 2 Fridays, there will be no topic time. One, because we have our wedding anniversary, our 8-year anniversary on Friday, this Friday, and then the following Friday, we have some other plans. So we got stuff going on. And let's see what else. But like I said, we'll be back May 4th with a live stream. That'll be the first live stream we'll come back with, which will be on Star Wars Day, 12 noon straight up p.m. Eastern. So check it out. We're going to be here for at least 4 hours. That's what I'm shooting for. We might go a little bit longer, but I don't want to go more than 5. I just want to do 4 hours. Because everybody else is going to be streaming that day too. And there are plenty of other streamers that I don't want to take away from. I just want to do my own, me and Suzanne want to do our own spiel, with Jay and Lemon Pie, and then whatever else comes from that. And if people want to go see other streams, that's fine. Go right ahead, please. We encourage it because Star Wars Day is going to be nuts. It's going to be chaos, right? And everybody's going to be running streams for that. I guarantee you. So that's why we're going to start early. We're going to go at 12 noon on that Saturday on the 4th. And Lady V says, sweet, I'll come back after you've uploaded and check it. Okay, cool. Love your avatar, Sif Dan. Yeah. Yeah, I like his avatar. It's cool. You got a pretty good one there too, Spicy Peach. And Lady V. And Christian Carpenter is a good one too. Okay, so before we go into our final prayer, and then we will go ahead and shut down for today. And then, like I said, I'll see you guys tonight, hopefully at the X-Men 97 watch party for episodes 5 and 6. Like I said, that'll start at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, according to Raquel, SSG 2211. So please check us out. We're going to be up there on the panel talking about the show. We'll be watching it first, and then we'll talk about it, give our reviews, and then our grades on it. So, yeah, it looks really good, though. It's so far, it's good. It's got 4 episodes in. It does look good. So I just want to make sure uh, that I keep watching it and see if it's going to stay the way it is or if it's going to change. I don't want it to change. It looks really good so far. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take my glasses off here. Okay. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Let's bow our heads real quick. Okay. Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful thing we call social media. Thank you so much for bringing out our friends like Lady V Elements, Spicy Peach, Sifdan, or Sci-Fi Sifdan, Christian Carpenter, Jay Aldridge, Sir Lemon Pie, my beautiful wife, of course, as always, Miss Suzanne Fournier. I am so blessed by everyone I know out there in the media circus. We that's what we call it. But YouTube community, StreamYard, uh, Twitter. Uh, we all work very hard, Lord, with your grace and your help and your wisdom to allow us to proceed to try to make the world a better place every single day. So continue to help us, Lord, in that regard and in that goal. And also, may Jesus Christ, your beloved Son, who has now risen from the dead and is now awaiting to come and join us in his second coming, may that come when it comes at a time when we're probably our least capable and our most vulnerable, and help us achieve a chance to see him and bring the world back together again. And also, we rely on the Mother Mary, Virgin Mary, to grant us lots of compassion and sympathy for those who are suffering in the Middle East right now, both countries. We don't want either of them to be devastated or blown away off the face of the earth. If anyone can find peaceful negotiations or some way to resolve the issue, Lord, I know you'll find the right people to do it. And that's what we hope for and pray for. So, in all this, in Jesus' name, amen. Okay, that's pretty much it for everything today. Again, I want to thank Lady V Elements, Christian Carpenter, Spicy Peach, and Sci Fi Sifdan, and of course, my brother Jay for dropping off a note for me. And yeah, that's everybody today, pretty much. Now, like Lady V said, Elements, she'll try to post some links so you guys, as soon as I've downloaded this, you can see if she's able to post them so that she can let you know future events going on and the links she's making. And Lady V Element says 540 Studio, new single Maze. Y'all check it out. Jason Fox did fantastic on this. Oh, cool. All right, Lady V, thank you so much for posting that. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. So go check out Jason Fox. He's very good, talented artist, YouTube creator. Yes. Go check him out. Lady V just posted the link there. And the lady says amen. And Spicy Peach puts up the crosses. Thank you. Thank you, Spicy. So to everyone in the chat, to everyone I know, to everyone that we know on YouTube, StreamYard, Twitter, which is X, everything else, and Lady V, thank you again. You're awesome. Uh, Everyone we know, thank you so much for all your loving support, the prayers that you've given us, the care out there. Like we say, like, subscribe, share, support, and hit that notification button. And like I said, I'll see you guys later this evening, hopefully on Raquel's channel, so we can review the X-Men 97. Also, the next time I'll see you guys again will be the next Monday, when we'll be talking about the situation in the Middle East, and hopefully we'll get over it. I'll also give you guys, uh, of course, one of our movies here to review quickly and let you know what we thought of it and how good it is. And then, of course, for about like 30, well, for like 15 minutes, we'll just wait to see if people in the chat want to ask a question or two, and I'll try to answer it best I can. And it can pertain to anything. It can pertain to the topic we talk about on Mikey Sue's TV. or it can apply to anything else that we maybe have discussed or maybe haven't discussed. So think of your questions. That'd be good for next Monday. And then, let us know. All right. So, with all of that today, thank you so much, everyone that was in the chat, everyone that was here. We love you. We appreciate you. And with that today, yes, be well and have a great day. Thank you, Lady V. You too. Most welcome for being here. You all are. Thank you so much. And of course, with that statement, the aisle is closed. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 Central, for Mikey Sue's TV, Episode 7.